Welcome. In statistics, understanding the specific conditions that define a binomial experiment is crucial for calculating probabilities correctly. Today, we will explore the 4 essential requirements that must be met. A binomial experiment is a statistical process that consists of repeated trials. It is the foundation for the binomial distribution. Think of scenarios like flipping a coin multiple times, checking items on an assembly line for defects, or asking people yes or no questions. The first requirement is that the experiment must happen a specific, fixed number of times. We denote this number by the letter n. You cannot keep going until you get a certain result. You must decide beforehand that you will perform, for example, exactly 5 trials. For every single trial, there can be only 2 possible results. We typically label these as success and failure. Success simply means getting the outcome we are interested in counting, while failure is everything else. There is no middle ground. The trials must be independent. This means the result of one trial does not influence the result of another. For instance, rolling a die is independent because the die does not remember previous rolls. However, drawing cards from a deck without putting them back is dependent because the probabilities shift as cards are removed. The probability of success, denoted by P, must remain exactly the same for every single trial. If the chance of success changes from one trial to the next, it is not a binomial experiment. An easy way to remember these rules is the acronym BINS. B stands for binary outcomes, I stands for independent trials, N stands for number of trials is fixed, and S stands for same probability for each trial. Let's apply this to a basketball player taking 5 free throws. Are there 2 outcomes? Yes, make or miss. Are the trials fixed? Yes, exactly 5 shots. Are they independent? Generally, yes, assuming one shot doesn't physically affect the next. Is the probability constant? Yes, assuming the player's skill level is consistent at 70%. Now consider eating cookies from a jar without replacing them. While there are 2 outcomes and a fixed number of cookies you might eat, this fails the independence test. Once you eat a chocolate chip cookie, there are fewer left, so the probability of picking another one changes. Therefore, this is not binomial. To summarize, before you use the binomial probability formula, always check these 4 conditions. Does it have 2 outcomes? Is the trial count fixed? Are they independent? And is the probability constant? If you answer yes to all, you are ready to proceed.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.